The latest on sustainably raised fish, Pantry Superfoods, and does impatience make us fat? For today, November 9th, 2011, this is Food News Today. Good morning. We're now streaming both on our Supermarket Guru Facebook fan page and on foodnewstoday.com. Today's show is pre-recorded as I'm flying to Italy right now. So if you have any thoughts or comments on today's show, I hope you'll tweet me at Phil Lempert or send me a note on Facebook. Food News Today is sponsored by ConAgra Foods, who shares with me the desire to provide the most current, interesting, and unbiased food news. Happy National Scrapple Day. Now, I didn't say Snapple and I didn't say Scrabble. I said Scrapple. And what is Scrapple? Well, traditionally, it's a mush of pork scraps and trimmings that's combined with cornmeal, flour, and spices. The mush is then formed into a loaf, and slices are then pan-fried before serving. It's best known as a rural American food of the mid-Atlantic states. Do you have any fun food fact that you'd like to share that's better than this one? Let me know. For more interesting and fun food tidbits, check out foodreference.com. Does impatience make us fat? You've definitely heard the saying, patience is a virtue. Well, this may be truer than ever in our current food environment. A new study by several economists found that those who are the most impatient also had the highest body mass index, shedding light on our go-to explanation of Americans' ever-increasing waistlines: the plethora of cheap, unhealthy foods. The researchers reviewed historical data on BMI as well as indicators of impatience for the same population, factoring in preferences on whether they'd want a small prize now or a bigger prize later. All other factors were controlled. What did they find? Well, impatient individuals are more likely to be obese than people who are good at waiting. One of the lead authors and a professor at the University of Louisville commented, "It seems if you generally hold all other variables constant, the more patient you are, the less you weigh." He also adds that in the 1950s, how good Americans were at waiting. It really didn't matter because fast food and microwave meals were not yet part of our culture. People may have been impatient, but there really wasn't any other option than slow cooking. Impatience in our current food environment, where it's normal to eat our lunch while driving or walking down the street or at our desk, has changed a lot over the past 50 years. And while a segment of the population is of normal weight and also displayed more patience, for those who find it hard to deny their impatience, they will ultimately indulge and binge. It seems smart and healthier to be patient. Last week, I was able to interview a team working on lowering the environmental impact as well as raising the health benefits of farm-raised fish in Patagonia. Two huge concerns of many consumers and something we all need to become aware of. Here's what Alison Fish, and yes, that's her real name, and Scott Nichols at Verlasso had to say. There's been lots of confusion and lots of controversy about salmon farming. Why and how is what you're doing so different?
We believe Verlasso is bringing a revolutionary farm-raised salmon to the marketplace. What we're doing is what we're calling harmoniously raised salmon, where in deciding our farming practices, we're trying to keep a balance in the environment in balance with the needs of the growing human populations. In order to do so, what we've been able to do is really accomplish a number of really wonderful things. The first thing is we're raising salmon in the cold, clean waters of Patagonia, where there's really little industrial development, and it just really ensures the health of our fish. The second thing we're doing is we're raising salmon at an extremely low pen density, which is 4 fish per ton of water, which enables the salmon to have lots of room to swim, but also reduces environmental impact. And finally, we have full control and oversight of our fish's entire life cycle. So from egg to harvest, we're able to oversee and ensure the highest quality salmon. So we think these 3 things are really essential in the Verlasso way of farming.
So let's look for a moment about the environment and sustainability. Are there any benefits to this system?
Bill, one of the things about salmon is they need to get omega-3 fatty acids in their diets just like we do as humans. And so the way that that's provided for them now is through fish oil. So fish like anchovies, herring, menhaden, small oily fish are captured and then processed for the fish oil that ends up in the salmon diet. Now, the way that farming currently occurs, it takes about 4 pounds of wild-caught fish to provide the diet for raising 1 pound of salmon. What we've been able to do in the way that we feed fish is we've lowered that from a ratio of 4 fish in, 1 fish out, down to 1 fish in, 1 fish out. As a result, what we've done is we've lowered by 75% the dependency and pressure that we put on wild-caught fisheries. So from an environmental perspective, the lowering of the pressure that we're putting on those wild-caught fish is really a substantial change in the way that we do our farming.
We've heard a lot about overfishing around the globe. Is it a real problem, and what's the future hold?
The Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations monitors fisheries worldwide, as well as monitoring aquaculture. And what they have done in looking at all the various fisheries is they categorize them in different ways as to the way that they're harvested. And roughly 70% of the fisheries worldwide, according to the FAO, are harvested either at their fullest possible capacity or over that full capacity. So yes, in fact, pressure on fisheries is dramatic, and the more that we reduce the pressure on those fisheries, the better off we are. So by reducing by fourfold the amount of wild-caught fish that's required for the farming of salmon, we believe that this is a substantial contribution to the sustainability of wild fisheries.
Furthermore, to address that issue of overcatch for wild populations, we believe fish farming really has to be part of the solution, and that's why Verlasso salmon farming is really, really important, particularly our harmoniously raised approach. Today, there's only so many wild salmon that we can take out of the ocean, and that's already being taxed out. And it's important for us to look at farming and say, what can we do today to improve farming, to ensure that we have salmon in the future? And Verlasso has committed to everything we can do today to improve farming, which is revolutionary.
Thanks, Allison and Scott. Well, we all know how healthy salmon and other fish can be for our diet. But did you know that your pantry is stocked, or should be, with a bunch of great superfoods? It's especially great to stock up some staples that are shelf-stable by nature, because as many of us have already experienced, the snow and colder weather is right around the corner. First up, it's oats. Oats are a whole grain filled with protein, minerals, vitamins, and a type of soluble fiber called beta-glucans, which has been linked with cholesterol-lowering benefits. Cook up oats for breakfast more often. Stir them into meatloaf as a binding agent and mix oats into cookies, breads, and granola. Next, onions, which are packed with fiber, minerals, vitamin C and B6, and powerful polyphenols and sulfur-containing compounds that have been linked with cancer protection and heart health and add lots of flavor and great taste. Beans are a no-brainer. That's a pantry food that we often forget just how healthy they are. They're rich in protein, minerals, vitamins, and fiber. No wonder they've been linked with health benefits like lowering blood cholesterol, body weight, and blood pressure. That's why health experts recommend that you dish up 3 cups of dried beans each week. Garlic not only has a powerful aroma, but it's also a punch of health protective nutrients, including manganese, vitamin C and B6, and phytochemicals like allicin, saponin, and comaric acid. These compounds are what's behind garlic's antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties that may well contribute to heart health. And last but not least, canned tomatoes, my favorite, which are rich in vitamin C, potassium, iron, fiber, and the powerful antioxidant lycopene. Tomatoes have been linked with prostate cancer prevention, heart health, bone health, and sun protection. My recommendation, choose Hunts, which are picked, packed, and processed immediately, meaning you'll have the tastiest and healthiest canned tomatoes to include in your meals. And of course, there are plenty more Pantry Superfoods. And for more, just visit foodnutritionscience.com. Or if you're watching live on our Food News Today site, just click to the link on my left. That's your right. And hey, it's not too late. Don't forget, the annual Supermarket Guru Halloween costume contest is coming to an end. All you have to do is post your picture of you or a family member dressed up as a food or a food-related costume on our Supermarket Guru Facebook fan page. I will reveal the winner live right here next week. Well, that's today's program. Thanks for watching. Be sure to tweet me at Phil Lempert or visit our Supermarket Guru Facebook fan page and post your comments on any of today's stories. You can also send me an email, phil@supermarketguru.com. Have a terrific and healthy food week, and thanks for watching.